After you have completed the Sharpie line drawing and outlining of your animal, you are going to want to start adding watercolor pencil to the parts that are going to have color. Now, you want to leave the actual animal just black and white, unless you've given the animal maybe some glasses as an accessory, or maybe a hair bow or sweater. Those things are going to be in color. When you use watercolor pencils, you start by using them just like a regular colored pencil. And you don't have to push very hard. So I'm starting by just laying down the colored pencil. I'm not pushing too hard because the next step when we add water to these is going to make this color really pop. And I would recommend that when you do your watercolor pencil coloring, you color every part that you want to have color added to before you add the water. So I'm going to pause and catch up by filling in his sweater with color. Once you have completely colored in all of the areas that you want to add watercolor pencil to, you're going to use a regular paintbrush and some water. And I would suggest that you do one color at a time and start with your lightest colors. So this salmon color is my lightest color, so I'm just going to dip my brush in the water. I don't need much. And I am just going to go right over top of my watercolor pencil that I colored in. And what's going to happen is it's going to start blending those colors in, and it's going to start looking more like paint and less like colored pencil. So I'm going to keep doing this. I'm going to keep putting that water right over top of the colored pencil that I put on. Now this will only work with watercolor pencils. If I tried putting water over top of regular colored pencils, this wouldn't work because these are special watercolor pencils. So after you do your lightest color, you're going to want to think about what color would come next. And I think that my green might be the next lightest color. So you can kind of see what happens when that water blends that watercolor pencil. So I'm going to continue on while I pause, and I'll show you what happens when you're done. So now I have completed an animal drawing where I've used just a static line in different directions to create the animal, and then I have given my animal a little something extra by giving him a hipster sweater. And we have added watercolor pencils to just give a pop of color to our project.